Crocodiles have the strongest bite of any living land creature. He is the top predator in the freshwater river. Also a cold-blooded killer that many animals are afraid of, even the king of the grassland. The lion will also fear him for 3 points. Crocodiles will attack almost anything that comes near them, whether it's a cranky rhino or a giant elephant. In the eyes of a crocodile, anything can be bitten if you are accidentally dragged into the water by it. Basically, death. He's been around since the age of the dinosaurs, 200 million years. There were countless animals died under the gaping mouth of a crocodile. In our impression, hardly any other creature could threaten a crocodile. However, in nature, truly invincible animals don't really exist. Even a creature as tough as a crocodile, you can't avoid the fate of being arrested and killed. This video, Black Disciple, let's take the leaders to get to know each other together. 10 animals that can defeat crocodiles. The 10th Tower. This is a juvenile animal that can reach a length of 1.8 meters. It lives in the Amazon basin of South America. Here it is known as the pack of wolves in the water. This date has such a name because he has the same habits as a wolf, very fierce and cunning. According to him, he is also a social animal. A family consists of 3 to 9 members. The giant tower group has a very strong cohesion and territorial awareness. Once other creatures approach their territory, they'll swarm up like wolves. Bite prey to death. The black caiman that lives here with it. Often attacked by giant towers. When attacking adult crocodiles, they will use siege. One part is responsible for attracting the crocodile's attention. The other part takes advantage of the situation to attack from behind. They know exactly what they're vulnerable to. It will give priority to vulnerable parts for biting. Although the size of a crocodile and stronger than the tower, but not as flexible as the tower. The towers are hunting crocodiles, usually rely on flexible positioning. Drain the strength of the crocodile after the crocodile and stamina are exhausted, then rush up to eat. Very smart. The 9th lion is the king of the grassland. One is the water overlord. So who is stronger, the lion or the crocodile? It depends on the location and timing of the battle. If it's on land, then the crocodile will basically be easily pinched by the lion, the first crocodile to reach land. Although the running speed is not slow, but compared to lions, he doesn't have the strength or agility of a lion. Lions are not only social animals. His IQ is much higher than that of a crocodile. They will also be like the giant tower. Prioritize the weakness of the crocodile for attack, such as eyes. The abdomen and neck are the Achilles heel of crocodiles. Once the lion finds the neck or head of the crocodile, deals a fatal blow to the crocodile. Of course, crocodiles spend most of their time in water. If you replace the battlefield with water, then the lion basically has no chance of winning. Anyway, the lion versus the crocodile. It all depends on the location of the battle. Aquatic crocodile beats land lion eagle. The 8th tiger. Tigers are more flexible than lions. In the face of a crocodile, it can easily evade the attack of crocodiles, but that doesn't mean you can crush a crocodile. In the battle between the tiger and the crocodile, it also depends on the location and timing. If on land, tigers can be calm, agile body, and excellent combat skills, easy to pinch most alligators ready. The tiger's body is very flexible, especially good at jumping and moving quickly. Crocodiles that climb onto land. Tigers are usually hard to bite easily, and the tiger, but it can leverage its speed and agility. Perfect for avoiding alligator attacks. Plus, when the tiger attacks, usually habitually choose the head. And this is one of the most vulnerable parts of the crocodile. So on land, tigers often have a very high success rate in killing crocodiles. But on the contrary, if you change it to water, the outcome is unpredictable. Crocodiles have a very powerful bite, can easily crush tiger bones. Once a tiger is bitten by a crocodile, basically no chance of contention. So tigers are like lions. It does have the ability to kill crocodiles on land, but in the water, it's almost impossible to win. 7th jaguar. Not even lions and tigers. Easy crocodile. It's a breeze for a jaguar. Jaguars are also called jaguars. It lives in the Amazon rainforest. One of the top underdogs, jaguar, has the strongest bite force of all cats. He goes down in one bite, can easily pierce the skin of a crocodile, bite through the skull, instantaneously incapacitate the prey. This precise hunting method gives the jaguar a very high hunting efficiency. It's called the jaguar, but it is more similar in behavior and size to a tiger. Jaguars are very secretive. When finding prey, they will secretly lurk on the shore. Wait until the prey is close before aiming for the head. Suddenly unleash a miracle. Take advantage of the powerful bite force, instantly crushing a crocodile's skull. Before the crocodile can react, you're already in a daze. Meanwhile, jaguars, one of the few cats that loves water. It is very flexible in water. Compared to lions and tigers, jaguars, whether in water or on land, are more agile. So people call jaguar. It's the jaguar. Sixth, green anaconda. Green anaconda, one of the largest living snakes in the world. The water-dying exhibitionist, a giant python that can reach a length of 10 meters. It lives in the Amazon. Although this python is not poisonous, but it has amazing winding power. In the wild, it can hunt and kill all kinds of large terrestrial animals, even a predator as ferocious as the jaguar. Sometimes it falls prey to the anaconda, especially in the face of crocodiles. Once the crocodile gets entangled in the water-stained body, basically death. Because stretching keeps tightening your body, utilizes great winding force, squeeze and burst the internal organs of the crocodile, suffocated to death. No matter how powerful the crocodile is, can't easily get rid of the water-stained death entanglement. It's pretty scary. Fifth, hippo. The hippopotamus is a species that lives in tropical Africa, companion aquatic mammal. It's the largest animal in freshwater. Adult body length can reach 5 meters. Weight can reach up to 3 tons. Hippos have a crushing advantage over crocodiles. The first is that hippos have very thick skin. Crocodile attack for hippos, basically unable to cause fatal damage. Secondly, the size advantage. The hippopotamus is too large for a crocodile. Alligators aren't smart, but they're not stupid. Facing such a behemoth, he will not attack rashly. And then there's the fact that hippos are omnivores, but his temper and fighting ability are extremely strong. He is famous for his temper on the African continent. If you don't agree, you will open your mouth and attack. You know? The bite force of a hippo can reach up to over 1,600 caties. It can easily bite through other holes in the bone. Face the crocodile. A hippo can even cut it in one bite. And here's what's even scarier. Hippos are giant creatures that seem to live in groups. Once a crocodile wants to attack a hippo cub, it will lead to a siege of a large group of hippos. Even if you don't get bitten to death, you will be trampled to death by the hippopotamus. So there is no doubt, hippopotamus are definitely one of the natural enemies of crocodiles. Fourth, switch. This snake-like creature in front of you is the electric switch. It is living in tropical freshwater fish of South America. Adult body length can reach 2.5 meters. This fish has special electrical organs on its body. It can generate over 800 volts outward. If another animal tries to attack the switch, it will generate a strong motor outward to defend against predator threats. Electric motors are extremely capable. It's as powerful as electricity. Bump up the power and release it once, enough to electrocute an adult human. In the crisis-ridden Amazon basin, although it is not a top predator, but many top lawyers. A defensive expert who is feared by everyone. Some incomprehensible crocodiles. If you rashly attack the switch, there is a good chance of being electrocuted on the spot. Even if you don't get electrocuted, can also be drowned by stun. So most crocodiles, it doesn't actively provoke the switch. Third, tiger shark. That's right, a shark. Sharks are not crocodiles. That sounds a little strange. Crocodiles are freshwater creatures after all. Sharks live in submersibles. They live in completely different habitats. Why is there a fight? It's not hard to understand. There are as many as 23 species of crocodiles. Most of them live in fresh water. But only one species can live in fresh water. You can also live in salty water. It's the largest living crocodile on Earth. All evil. All evil is also called saltwater evil and estuary evil. The reason why it is called estuary evil, it's because he mainly lives in the estuary waters. Estuary waters refer to the terminus of freshwater rivers. That's where the freshwater rivers meet the ocean. Places like this tend to. There are large mangrove swamps. Food resources are abundant. It will attract many creatures to come here to forage. They include crocodiles and tiger sharks. The tiger shark is a very widespread shark. They mainly live in tropical oceans. These sharks are incredibly adaptable. They can not only operate in the deep sea, frequent access to dive areas, estuaries, and even where freshwater meets saltwater to feed. And this is exactly what the crocodile does. So once we meet, tiger sharks are likely to attack crocodiles, the combat power and body shape of all evil. Although it is the handle of all crocodiles, but there is nothing we can do in the face of bloodthirsty sharks. You know, tiger sharks, but it is called deadly creatures in ocean trash cans. They eat almost anything, as long as it is the prey it can kill, will not let go. no matter how ferocious. It is also difficult to resist the attack of the tiger. He has a very strong bite, sharp serrated teeth in the mouth. One bite can cut off the crocodile in the waist. Very fierce. Second, crocodile. And you know what kind of crocodile? In fact, it is also one of its greatest dangers. No matter what species of crocodile, it's almost universal. Crocodiles are pure carnivores. They have a very strong sense of territory. Once other crocodiles enter their territory, they will show strong aggression, especially during the breeding season and when food resources are scarce. In the absence of, this phenomenon can be extremely serious. As a cold-blooded animal, they are like snakes. As long as conditions permit, he will eat his own without hesitation, whether dead or alive. In the eyes of crocodiles, it is regarded as a food source. However, this only occurs in food under conditions of scarcity, if there is enough food in the surrounding environment, and they were pretty amicable most of the time. The first, red fire meter. You may find it hard to believe a creature as fierce as a crocodile. Fear of ants. The ants that crocodiles fear are not other ants. It's the red fire ants that give humans a lot of headaches. The fire ant is an aggressive, deformed ant, although they are not large, but you can kill more than yourself, many times its size. They often invade crocodile nests. Share crocodile eggs. When the crocodile eggs are first laid, the skin is very weak. The beacon can easily remove these eggs, tear and eat. In the process, even if there are successfully hatched crocodiles, it is also impossible to avoid the fate of being killed by the beacon. Crocodile nest flocks invaded by red fire ants. They kill almost half the pups. Even the big crocodiles come. There's nothing you can do about these ants. If the mother crocodile tries to repel the red fire ants, it will even be collectively besieged by a group of red fire. They will choose crocodile eyes, bites on the inside of the eye and nose. Once bitten by a fire fish, eye inflammation or infection, it is very likely to be life-threatening. Although the fire fish, not directly, adult crocodiles inflict fatal injuries, but it can destroy crocodile nests. Cut the reproductive efficiency of crocodiles. In a certain sense, he's considered an indirect predator of the crocodile. Okay, that's it for this video. Remember to give the blackhead a like. Thank you.